If you're thinking of moving to Parkland, Weston, or the surrounding area of South Florida, choosing the wrong lender could delay your move, cost you thousands of dollars, or even worse, cause you to lose the perfect home here in South Florida. I work with relocation clients from California, New York, and New Jersey, and other states. And these are the topics we talk about before we even begin to look at homes. Why? Because out of state buyers don't realize one important thing, and that is financing in South Florida is different than any other state. My name is Athena Chalikas Barocas. I'm your luxury property specialist here in South Florida and with the Moving to Weston team. In this video, we're going to talk about the biggest mistake relocation buyers make when financing a home or choosing a lender. And we're going to also make sure that your transaction and your move to Florida is smooth as possible from contract to closing. Relocation buyers often begin with their hometown bank or larger online lenders. The problem? South Florida has unique requirements. Let me give you an example. We were working with clients relocating from New Jersey who insisted on using their hometown bank in Jersey to buy a property here in South Florida. The lender was unfamiliar with the insurance requirements in South Florida, the 4-point inspection report, as well as the wind mitigation inspection report. So what happened? Their insurance approval period was delayed, and they closed 10 days later than expected, incurring a lot of frustration and additional cost. Local lenders understand Florida's unique requirements with the insurance, with HOA timelines, with flood, and our appraisal and our valuations of homes. If you're relocating to South Florida, local expertise, it's not an option, it's a form of protection. Relocating is expensive. There's moving costs, temporary housing, new furnishings, travel. So it's only natural that buyers seek out the lowest rate. But when you seek out the lowest rate, you need to be wary because with that lowest rate comes high closing costs, discount points that you buy down, or even an inflexibility if something happens with your relocation and you need to shift a little bit. Let me give you an example. We were working with clients coming from California, and they insisted again on using their lender of choice, a large online lender. Great rate. But what happened? They had to buy down $7,500 in points in order to get to that great rate. Money they could have used for other costs for their relocation. When relocating, cash matters just as much as that interest rate. So remember, always look at your full loan estimate, not just the headlines. Relocation buyers are often under a tight timeline. So if your pre-approval isn't solid, you risk delays during the period of time that you're under contract. Let me give you an example. There's a family moving down from Connecticut. They felt that they had the best pre-approval ever. Well, to come to find out, the underwriter needed more information on their employment, wanted employment verification because they were starting a new remote job here in South Florida. Well, unfortunately, that delayed this closing up to 15 days, and they've already had their moving truck ready, which incurred costs, a delay, and more frustration. A fully underwritten pre-approval is going to do something that's very impactful. It's going to ensure and verify your income and assets. It's going to strengthen your offer, and it's going to reduce any surprises. Relocation transactions, they move fast, especially here in Parkland and Weston where inventory is tight. So if you choose a lender who delays return phone calls, who doesn't order your appraisal on time, or misses contractual deadlines on our Florida renting contract, you have a problem. And that problem is lack of seller confidence. Let me give you an example. In a multiple offer situation, we had 2 buyers, both very good buyers. We called the first buyer's lender. that lender does not respond in a reasonable amount of time. We went on to the second offer. You do not want to be the first offer in this situation. The moral of the story, communication matters, especially when you are an out-of-state buyer. Relocation buyers are often surprised by the high cost of insurance, property taxes that are calculated on the purchase price, HOA requirements, and escrow requirements. A good local lender, they will be able to estimate these costs for you accurately. Here's an example. A couple from New York was relocating here to South Florida. Their lender from New York calculated their property taxes incorrectly. They calculated the property taxes based on the current owner, not on the purchase price of the buyer. What happened? There was a $600 a month bump up in the cost of property taxes per month, an unexpected cost for the buyer. A local lender is going to be able to calculate your cost before you buy. Here's a bonus tip for you. Always ask your realtor for a good referral for a local lender, but also do your homework. Compare loan estimates, evaluate their responsiveness, and ask about their experience with Florida specifically. A good lender is going to be responsive, transparent, and proactive, and you deserve the best. So if you're relocating to Weston, Parkland, or surrounding areas, remember this. Remember, choosing your lender is just as important as choosing the right home. Choosing the right lender offers your move to be more predictable, more organized, and more stress-free. And who doesn't want that? So if you're interested in a guide to reducing your risk when relocating, I do have the link in the description below. So I hope you take advantage of it. And if you're looking for jumbo loans, I have a video next up that talks about the mistakes of jumbo loans in the South Florida market specifically. So remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, I am here to make your move to South Florida as smooth as possible. And go ahead, book an appointment. I would love to talk to you.